We about to do it the Boss Heavy way.
90% of entrepreneurs are burning money on content. And it's not because the content is bad, but it's because they're playing the game completely wrong. Listen, I've managed a YouTube channel for an 8-figure CEO for over the past year and a half. We're talking about hundreds of videos, millions of views, and here's the uncomfortable truth. Most content creators don't fail because of the algorithm. They fail because their content was never designed to convert in the first place. Listen, if they don't know you, they can't flow you. There's a whole lot of fluff going on the internet right now. We're in a trust recession. A lot of people don't trust these gurus that you see online anymore. It's not 2020, it's not 2021, it's not 2019. This is not the Ty Lopez era. Either you're gonna deliver full-fledged value to your ideal customer, or you're gonna get left behind moving forward, especially in the age of AI. Check this out. Until somebody feels that you can actually give them the transformation that they need in their current situation, you're gonna be left on mute or unheard until further notice. But here's how you switch all that. There are two types of content creators. Some people who create content to feel productive, and then there are people who create content to move the money. See, most entrepreneurs are stuck in group one. They're posting consistently on every platform. I'm talking about the best cameras with hella good production, but zero strategy. And that's not a content problem, that's a system problem. See, your systems are everything. Without a clear-cut system or a clear-cut why, or having some type of bridge between your messaging and the actual person that's watching your video, your messaging is kind of falling on deaf ears. Content in 2025 is more of an emotional transfer than actual intellectual transfer. And don't let that go over your head. A lot of people are not as qualified as you, but because they show up on camera and they actually transfer that emotion on the lens, it makes it so much easier for somebody to actually take out their credit card and spend money with them because they believe what they're actually saying. There's a big misconception nowadays that people have where they feel like followers equal dollars. And every day that I do this, and every time that I come across another entrepreneur that has, I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of followers, it amazes me all the time how many of them just can't even sell a t-shirt, can't sell a $20 product, can't sell an ebook, because their metric of success was built off of vanity metrics, off of likes and comments, when the truth is your metric of success should be built off of not the comments and likes, but the PayPals and Stripes. Shout out to that boy, Runway Billionaire, man. Real talk. That was one of the first lessons I learned when I got into the game. Your business can't run off of how many people like your posts. Your business has to run off of the revenue that's coming through the door. So create content that could convert somebody from liking you to believing you to pulling out their credit card and paying you, all right? Content is not marketing. Content is attention. Marketing is direction, all right? It's two different things. When you consistently make content, you find the answer to whether or not you can even get attention or garner views. Marketing answers, where does that viewer go after they watch this? Most people stop with the views. High-level operators obsess over the customer journey. So every video that we published over the last year and a half with this 8-figure CEO, answer one question. What belief must change for the person to actually believe us, trust us? We wasn't worried about what was trending, not going viral, but we were really looking into what objection we could kill today. Content has one job, to reduce confusion. I'm talking about the confusion about who you are, confusion about your method, and clear up the confusion that they're dealing with in their everyday lives. If your content doesn't reduce doubt and confusion, it's not going to convert. We didn't make videos to impress. We made videos that answers questions that people were afraid to ask out loud. Like, would this work for someone like me? Or is it just another guru? Or what happens if I fail again? All that crazy stuff people be going through in their head. That's why flashy content loses to clear content every single time. We're trying to get the message across in the most prolific way possible. Here's where most entrepreneurs mess up. They treat content like it's entertainment instead of education with intent. They're teaching everything. They're trying to explain the whole game, right? They're giving you too much in too little time. They give the tactics without context. The information really doesn't stick, really doesn't convert, but at the end, clarity does. Your job isn't to make people smarter, it's to make the next move way more obvious. That's the purpose of content. Gain their attention, make the next move a no-brainer. Here's a simple framework that we actually use. First, we had to identify the problems and clarify what was going on. You gotta name the problems that your ideal customers actually having better than they can. Then show them the cost of them just staying stuck. If they don't feel understood within the first 30 seconds, bro, they're probably gone. They're probably about it there. Reframe the problem. Explain why their current approach fails and shift the blame from them to the system that they're using. This is where the trust is built. A lot of people are looking for someone else to blame for what's going on anyway. But introduce it to them in a new lens, not just tactics and tools, but a new way of thinking about it. Because beliefs are formed way before the behavior. You gotta change their mentality before they even start moving forward and doing the things that you want them to do. Fourth, proof through the process. Show them how it works. Show them in real time a demonstration of how to actually get the results, right? If you want sophisticated buyers with logic, then you're gonna have to show them exactly how these things actually go down and actually how they work, right? We're not giving them 5 links. We're not giving them the like and subscribe energy, because confused buyers never buy. So look, man, let me be blunt with you right quick. If your content isn't converting, it's probably one of these 3 things, bro. You're talking to everybody. You're teaching instead of leading, and you're avoiding the uncomfortable truths that your audience needs. The algorithm isn't your enemy, your indecision is. Ideas are king in the world of content, right? Content that converts isn't louder, it really isn't sharper. It doesn't chase attention, it directs it. If you want content that actually moves your business forward, stop right here. Stop posting randomly, stop copying creators with different goals, and stop building content around your beliefs. If this helped, the next video is gonna show you how to turn one video into an entire conversion ecosystem. That's where the real money is. Like, subscribe, tap that notification bell with an ashy elbow, and let's go ahead and do this thing the boss heavyweight. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Let's get it.
We about to do it the boss heavyweight.
Hey, you know what's crazy? You know you need to get on camera. And you honestly known this for months, years. So what's stopping you? You have the best phone in the world in your pocket, so it's not the equipment, it's not the time. But I can tell you, it's probably the fear of judgment. It's the belief that you need to be perfect before you even press record. Imagine if you stop waiting. Imagine if you just hit record, messy, imperfect, but real, and put it out there. See, this is the crazy thing. That one video that you put out there can land you in front of the exact person that needs to hear your story, needs to hear your message. Visibility on social media isn't about being good. It's not about being perfect. It's about just being there, showing up again and again until your face becomes familiar, your message becomes clear, and your audience becomes clients. It's a simple formula, bro. Real simple. Now check this out. If you're ready to stop overthinking and start showing up, comment heavy, and I'm gonna send you over my framework to get you on your feet and get you going on camera without the nonsense that come with it. Remember, your story is your superpower. Your consistency is your proof. Let's get it. The boss heavyweight. You dig.